Quite the introduction, eh? I know I generally don't start my videos that way, but hey, I said it in my Ia Rocks anniversary video. It only took one song for me to fall head over heels for Ia's little sister, and I'm going to introduce her straight away. Developed by First Place, the CeVIO product One was released on Ia's 3rd birthday, January 27th, 2015. And here's a heads up. I frickin' love One, so if you don't want to hear me gush about how awesome she is for all of this video, jettison now because there ain't no stops on the One train and we are pulling out of the station right now. So, what is One? During Ia's 3rd anniversary livestream, the company that created Ia, First Place, announced a new product in the Aria on the Planetes series, known as One. It had been 3 years since First Place released a Vocaloid, so it was high time they released another. But of course, One wasn't a Vocaloid. In fact, when One initially released, she wasn't even able to sing. One's January 27th release only included a CeVIO Talk voice bank, so like Tsutsumi and Takahashi, One was strictly a text-speech synthesizer. But even at this early stage, One attracted a lot of attention, as you can imagine. She was a First Place product and seemingly related to Ia, so she definitely piqued our interests. And while people certainly did some interesting things with her talk voice bank, it was when her song voice was announced in March 2015 that hype for One exploded. I already liked One when she was just a speech synthesizer, but when I heard that Mirai demo, the PV I played at the beginning of this video, I was instantly bewitched. Her song voice bank was released on May 22nd, 2015. I am such a fanboy that I bought One's CeVIO starter pack and made a video about how pretty it is. Okay, there were other reasons I bought it too, and I'll detail how to order One later in this video. Clearly I like One a lot, and really it was the quirkiness of her whole project that attracted me initially. First Place could have easily created One to be a very successful Vocaloid, a natural follow-up to Ia. But instead, the company chose to release her on a different synthesizer engine, CeVIO, and as a speech synthesizer. So, despite being a part of the Aria on the Planetes series, she was neither a Vocaloid, nor could she sing. It was enough to make one think, if she's so different, why is she in the same series as Ia in the first place? Ha, First Place. And then her song voice bank releases, and she sounds absolutely phenomenal, and completely unlike a Vocaloid due to being on the CeVIO engine. But there's a very mysterious side to One too. Her design is clearly meant to resemble Ia's, to the point where the two characters appear to be sisters. As far as I know, First Place hasn't officially referred to them as sisters yet, but that's what everyone considers them to be. But the most mysterious thing about One is her voice provider. One's voice provider is One. Yes, a singer who goes by the name One. No one knows who she is, she doesn't give interviews, and while she did perform live with Jean back in 2012, she wore a hood to cover her face. Here's one of the songs she performed with Jean in 2012, his song Children record, which she wrote for Ia. Apparently, One-san is a very shy person and doesn't do well with crowds, so that's why she won't reveal herself. That will make marrying her difficult, but darn it, I'll find a way. In the meantime, let's get back to One, the synthesizer. It's not known precisely why One was released on the CeVIO engine rather than the Vocaloid engine. Obviously, a different engine would be needed for One's speech synthesizer, as the Vocaloid engine only does singing. First Place could have licensed the VoiceRoid engine from AtH software, as in Gallico Talk, or could have licensed the Fine Speech engine used in Megpoid Talk. But there was CeVIO, a synthesizer capable of both speech and song synthesis, and I guess First Place found in it a convenient partner. There's an interview article with DTM Magazine where some development questions were asked, including why First Place chose CeVIO, but I hesitate to rely solely on Google Translate, so take this information with a grain of salt. But it seems to say that CeVIO was selected because it's very different from Vocaloid. First Place wanted to try something new and offer its customers something of an alternative to Vocaloid, which has become somewhat ubiquitous. One's voice was also designed to be very different from Ia's, not just in that they sound different, but in terms of flexibility. Ia's Vocaloid voice bank was designed with a very specific sound in mind, but One's voice was designed to have different facets to it, so that it would sound different depending on how you treated it. That could explain why Ia Rocks was almost identical in tone to Ia's original voice bank, as First Place didn't want to deviate from their ideal Ia voice. The interviewer also asked how long it took to develop One, and I think the response says that First Place expected it to take only about 6 months after initial recordings were completed. But for whatever reasons, re-recordings became necessary, and in total the project took nearly 2 years. That means One's development probably began in the spring of 2013, which would be around the time Sasada's free voice bank was released. Whatever the case, One's song voice bank will not be First Place's final CeVIO product, as a CeVIO Talk voice for Ia is currently in the works. This video was made in May 2016, so a year after One's song voice was released and about 16 months from her Talk voice's release. In that time, One has accrued 750 videos on Nico Nico, which is really impressive for a non-Vocaloid product. Of course, that tag includes videos made with either her talk voice or her song voice, so they're not all songs. Many of One's videos use her talk voice for game narration or machinima acting. Yukari remains the narration queen, of course, but One is becoming increasingly popular with that crowd. I expect Ia's talk voice will become a staple of these kinds of videos too, and I'm really looking forward to the sisters being used together. But Ia does have many songs, and a significant number of them are indeed original songs composed for her. People like to debate how important a vocal synthesizer's character design is to its overall success. Some people feel that the character design isn't very important. Others think a synthesizer's character can be just as important, if not more so, than its actual voice bank. Whatever you think, there's no doubt that One's character design had a significant impact on her initial popularity. One was designed by the artist Shizu, who has worked with First Place on previous projects, including Gene's Menkaku City Actors series. Now, most of you can probably already guess what I'm going to say here, but I absolutely adore One's design. The orange, white, and black color scheme is done so well, and it has very cool, futuristic, asymmetrical attributes. There are many elements that reference Ia's design as well, such as One's braided tail, which looks a lot like Ia's braids, and both characters wear a choker featuring First Place's logo. You can actually snag that choker for yourself if you want. And if there was any doubt that Ia and One were part of the same series, Ia's official artist, Akasaka Aka, is also the official artist for One, and they drew One's box art to match Ia's original box art. One's design is just flawless in my eyes. It's one of the most appealing vocal synth designs I've seen in a good while. It's on par with Rana on the cuteness factor, and I especially like how the tufts of her hair look like drooping puppy ears.
僕はワンちゃんじゃないよ。
Oh, One-chan, while you're here, I was hoping you could answer a couple of questions for your fans.
いいよ。
Great. Now, I know First Place has not officially referred to you as Ia's little sister, but everyone from DTM Magazine's editors to Nicopedia articles to Akasaka Aka him/herself thinks of you as her younger sister. Since Ia doesn't have an officially stated age, I was hoping you could tell us how old you are.
秘密です。
Okay, that's no problem. Could you tell us how tall you are?
秘密です。
I see. Well, could you at least tell us how much you... no, I can't ask that question. So I guess this interview is over.
OK。僕はオーバーウォッチをプレイします。
Oh, have fun.
トレイサーさんはかっこいいです。
Yes, she is. Anyway, let's get back to One's character design. MQDL, the MMD model creator behind many models, including the Ia Rocks model, created a lovely MMD model for One as well, and it is available for free from her official page. While Ia has been given several new designs over the years, so far One has only been given one. It was revealed during their combined anniversary stream in January 2016, Ia's 4th anniversary and One's 1st, where they were both given special school uniforms. I like how One's tie is undone, like she's too cool to wear it properly. There are MMD models for these outfits as well, but I don't think they have been distributed yet, unfortunately. As I said earlier, I like One so much that I bought her starter pack, and I did an unboxing and installation video for it. You can click here or in the link in the video description to watch the video, and I encourage you to do so if you'd like to see what comes inside her physical package, or if you want a quick overview of her software. She actually comes with a lot of nice extras, including stickers, a nice manual, and a DVD with composition files for many of her demo songs. If you're even remotely considering purchasing a CeVIO product, I also recommend watching my first CeVIO video, which covers the original 3 CeVIO characters as well as the unique way CeVIO handles ordering its products. I'll give a quick reminder here though in case you don't feel like watching that other video right now. So I ordered One's physical box through Amazon Japan because it was on sale at the time, and it's actually still on sale as I'm making this video. One's starter pack listing price is normally around $195 US, because you're getting both of her voice banks and both of the CeVIO editors, as well as all of the extras. But the Amazon sale price brings the cost down to around $153, which is a lot easier to swallow. Of course, with the cost of a forwarding service, the real cost creeps up pretty close to the original price. But that's just how it goes for us pitiful gaijin. If you already own the CeVIO editors because you bought Sasara previously, you can order One's regular, non-starter edition instead. It's also on sale for around $99, and I believe that comes with all of the same extras as her starter pack does. At that price, she's absolutely worth it. If you want instant gratification, or just want one of One's voice banks and not the other, ordering her digitally is an option. You'll have to order her through the Japanese site Vector PC Shop, however. I have not ordered from there myself, and it may take a bit of work with Google Translate to create an account, but the site says it accepts major credit cards and PayPal, so you should be okay. To refresh your memory, CeVIO is capable of synthesizing both speech and singing, and it does this with 2 separate editors. So you need to buy both editors if you want both capabilities. If you want both for One, you would order both her song starter pack and her talk starter pack. This totals to the same price as her physical starter pack though, without the Amazon discount. So if you want both of One's voice banks and you need both starters, you may as well just order her physical starter pack because you'll pay about the same amount. I should mention that One has been on sale at Vector before, but they aren't having one at the time of this video, so these are the normal prices. I expect that if any of you are interested in One, you're probably only interested in her singing voice bank. If that's the case, her song starter pack is priced at around $116. And of course, I should remind you all that there is currently no English user interface for CeVIO Creative Studio. I've heard that an English UI is coming, but I have no idea when, so don't order a CeVIO product if you must have an English UI. If you do decide to order One, be aware that One's song voice was recently updated, coinciding with CeVIO Creative Studio's version 4.1. You need to download One's song voice update version 1.1 separately, and according to the update notes, it aims to improve her timing and reduce the noise present in her voice. In my unboxing video, I said I'd talk about something regarding One's installation CD in my video on her release. When I first installed One, I had some issues with Creative Studio and I needed to uninstall and reinstall the products a couple of times to straighten everything out. In doing so, I made a somewhat baffling discovery. One's song voice database file size is only 2.3 megabytes. Why is that interesting? If we take a look at Yukari's Jun voice bank for Vocaloid 4, it's over 900 megabytes. Not all Vocaloid voice banks will be the same size though. For some reason, Yukari's Lin voice bank is a lot smaller, at around 275 megabytes, but that still begs the question, how on earth is One's song voice database so tiny? I know some of you are thinking that there's probably some other larger files in other directories, but no. Look here at One's installation CD. The whole thing is less than 12 megabytes for both of her voice banks. That just blows my mind, and whatever crazy compression method is being utilized is probably contributing to the engine noise that CeVIO is known for. The same is true for other CeVIO voice banks as well. They're all tiny files compared to Vocaloid's databases.
ねえ、バンスカン。
Oh, hey Yukari, what's up?
デブだっていうの。
What? No, I was talking about...
ひどいわ。
Hold on, this is just a misunderstanding.
許せない。
Some of you may still be wondering why One is so popular. She's cute, sure, but there's got to be more to it than that, right? Well, it certainly helped that First Place did a lot to promote One, even before her song voice was announced. One's speech synthesizer was used in online promotional campaigns, such as the Bokatek campaign, which allowed people to use One to recite text from reaction images. Last April, One even hosted an episode of the Anime Song Countdown show, a broadcast on the Music Japan TV network. Combined with her talk and song voice demos, this promotion clearly worked, as One's starter pack topped Amazon Japan's sales charts when her song voice bank released. After her song voice bank released, there was a song contest for One, and since then, she's been advertised together with Iya in many venues. During their combined anniversary livestream, the MC interviewed both Iya and One. It's funny, Iya actually used One's talk voice in this stream, since I guess her CeVIO talk voice project had not yet been started. The anniversary stream also included a pay-per-view stream of Iya's Party A Go-Go concert from last year, and not only did One introduce a segment of that concert, she performed in a duet with Iya. I love the song Into Starlight, and the two look and sound great together on stage. I especially like the illusion caused by the reflective screen here, which makes it look like there are people behind the stage as well, as if the duo are performing in a sea of fans. I am eagerly anticipating the Blu-ray for that concert. I can't wait to see it in HD. But I'm even more impatient for the One figure announced during the live stream. Its pre-order should be starting in June, and I definitely plan to get it. If you still don't understand why I like One so much, we're about to get into her song examples, and there are plenty of great originals to share. I will show some examples of her talk voice as well, but only a few since they generally don't have subtitles. I hope you enjoy these songs as much as I do, and thanks for watching.
意識の底に深く埋もれた熱がくすぶってる。ああ、僕の心臓の音がビートを刻んでゆくよ。プリミティブな愛を抱いて体を駆け巡るノイズが反射して暗闇を抜けて加速しろ。絶対想像
ぜかどうしようしてる叶えようと気持ちを高めていく
早く笑顔に会いたくて今は人混みの中埋もれ苦しいずっと昨日の夜考えたから行こう行こう前向いて進もう駆け足を返さず抜けてすぐを見つけられるは しい君の影で見つかった俺に魔法をかけようと思うんだ部屋の窓の鍵はそう開けておいてね優しい声のキスは二人だけの秘密見たことのない世界消えない希望の光すぐに迎えに行くよ今君の元へ上の世界はほら星にも手が届きそうそれを空を駆け上げるようで夜空で笑う君まるで天使みたいにいつかの夢物語が終わらぬままいつも君のそばに夢から目覚めた時自分が湯船の中で一匹の普通サイズのカピバラに変わってしまっていることに気づきました気づきは大切ですほんの少しの気づきが人生を豊かで穏やかでまろやか地にあふれるとろけるような味わいに変えてしまう変身そんな変身確かにしたいと思っていましたゆったりゆっくりカッカほわほわ浮力に任せて横たわっているというよりも四つん這いになっていると実際問題サイズの関係からバスタブの底にはい足がつかない私と同じようにゆったりゆっくりカッカほわほわ浮いている丸い物体がいくつか見えました柚子でした柚子湯でした柚子湯とは柑橘類の柚子と砂糖を煮てかぐわしい風味を楽しむ飲み物です間違えました言いたかったことは違います柚子湯とは柑橘類の柚子を浮かべたお風呂のことです柚子湯に入れば風邪をひかないだから今の季節はきっと冬に違いありません漫然としない夢から目覚めたばかりにしては完璧な推理だったと思います名探偵証明も理想も シス